G'day, movers and shakers. My dad bought me those when I was pretty young. What, maybe 10 or 11, maybe 12, I don't know. But I had every pair of Jordans from flights, all the way up through the numbers. But the 6 infrareds were my far favourites. Absolutely fucking loved them. I liked to death. I mean, I've never loved a shoe, and I said I had all the Jordans. I never loved any. I loved my Mongoose California. I loved my Red Line. No, I loved my Mongoose California, and I loved those. Two things in my whole life where I just, fuck man. It's like, there's just no words. The Mongoose California was insane. But those there, the infrareds, man, they've come back out, obviously. I love the black race suede. I got the Travis Scott green race suede as well, glow in the dark soles, with the stash pocket. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm really doing, when it came down to making the polstering my race seat, my DIY race seat, I revolved it around the really nice joins that Nike get from their suede against the rubber, and how it doesn't tear there, it's not stitched, it's solid as fuck with the infrared sixes like this. Right, so that was originally how I started upholstering and trying to get it like. And it took a long time to be able to work out how to do that, right? And then get the rubber. I made these sharp lines here, right? When I glue it on, so that when I rubberize the seam, which is one whole piece like a fucking sole of a boot. So now I'm going to actually do the clear bits, right? The rubber actually goes right over like that, and it's like a boxing glove on top, as in, you can really give that some shit without it blistering or tearing, it's done right. But it won't tear away like all upholstery or furniture just basically does. Either it comes away from here, or it blisters, or it comes away from the bones. Whereas if I build it like a pair of infrareds, and I build my seat like that, one, it's going to look fucking mint because tight as hell. But the lines will be beautiful, but it'll be tough. It'll be tough like a sneaker. And that's how I want it, so that you can jump in it, treat it like shit, but it should be able to take all the right movements and everything like that. So I'm just measuring it out now. Some really good stuff is this stuff that you get from shopping. Not actual shopping bags, they're like paper, embossed or compressed paper almost fibrous, like fabric almost, but I'd say it's more paper. But you cut that stuff up and you spray glue that onto surfaces because it's nice and smooth, but it's got a nice amount of play. So anyway, as you know, I'm sort of basing it therefore on my favourite shoe, my Jordan infrareds. And I love how things are sort of ironic in a way. Not ironic, I don't believe in like your coincidences. I'm just going to turn the light on, I don't believe in coincidences and shit, but like, it's just funny how things just sort of, like, I don't know, mesh. As in, I got these when I was young, right? They're my favourite shoe ever, and they've come back out, got to get them, and I'm basing my seat off, it's not as dark as I want it, I can still dye it actually. I could do that with some shoe dye, whatever. But not only am I basing my race seat quality wise off a nice pair of Jordan infrareds, but the Jordan, when he designed these, right, there's a lot of fucking things I love about him. And I felt like some of the good skateboards I've had. It's like they say the man that was it, the suit shouldn't wear a man. Like, I'll wear my clothes, right? But I felt real fucking cool in there, man. Like fighter pilot, fucking, Top Gun, fucking just fucking cool, right? But Jordan, when he designed them, he actually said, "Oh, they're like a fighter jet." And I was like, fuck yeah, because that's what I felt. I felt astronaut, cross fighter jet. He said something about being an astronaut, you know. And I always loved, absolutely loved, you know, the tongue, you know, like obviously the tongue was fucking sick, right? But my Jordans worn off. But I loved that. I loved the tail, right? And my favourite car's always been, you know, the Porsche 911. And Jordan, he designed that with, they designed it off his Porsche 911 at the time. That year he had, when he got these shoes, he had the Porsche 911, and that's what inspired the spoiler. So I'm going to get some red fabric and put a homage to the fucking infrared by putting the red line. I'd put a Nike symbol or a fucking Jordan because that's a rip-off. I won't do that. But just in the build quality, you know, I'm going to copy, you know, the infrareds to a degree. Like just, you know, like there. So I'll put like, you know, a little flash there, one there, you know, where the tongue is, you know, I'll put a little piece of red Velcro so you can put any decal over it, like Porsche or Mazda or whatever, but when it's not there, it just looks infrared. So, yeah, I'm going to make really nice joins like you see at Nike factory. And that's what I'm going for here. That's why I've got the sharp lines as well all throughout, so that when I pull it tight and eventually do it, you know, it'll be a nice seam. I made this video quickly to show you. Also, I'm just test fitting it now, as in laying it down before I do it all, just to make sure everything fits. And because I want it to look like one piece, what I end up doing is running that down all the way, real tight, and then cutting a V out of it there. So really, there's only one seam, and you won't even barely see it. It'll be about probably from there running up to there, each side, and the rest of it will all be what look like one piece. You know, well, it is one piece. So I'm just testing it before I start spraying it on properly. What I do is I just do a little dot there, and then I'll draw a little dot, and that's pulled tight there, and then I'll fold all this up, get all that nice and tight, and pull it over like that, and then I'll draw a little dot on that bit. So I end up with dot, dot, dot. Then when I open it up, I can cut out V. The triangle doesn't need to be there. That way you only just see, you won't even hardly see it. A tiny little seam that run over the shoulder like that, and same with here. And then once I've glued it all down, you won't get any particularly little lines or anything that you see in some seats when it's worn. So it'll all be like, I'll line those out there, just folds from when the fabric's been folded up. But you won't get any stuff like this, blistering type look, because that'll actually be glued for one, and taut, like a boxing, like not maybe like a boxing glove, but like, yeah, I don't know, just well upholstered. Yeah, smooth it all out. It'll come up really nice. All as one piece. Ends up pretty tight there. Somewhat, you know, it's getting there. You can see how it'll end up looking. The main thing is here, from there down to, I'll try and do it one-handed, so it all runs smooth, which is not really looking there, all the way down to the lines of the seat. That's the way it looks like. Beautiful one-piece fucking race seat. Look at it. Sick. Sick. I know that folded, obviously. But based off the infrareds, just got it pinned up at the moment. It's sitting there beautifully, even without glue. That just means I've done it right. When I start gluing it on, got cut holes there, there and there. To go through for the belt. And then frames, moulds going through, and really neat at the front, so it'll actually look like the plastic bits on the Jordans. So, inspired by my favourite shoe, which I'm getting soon, and yeah, hopefully the seat can do it justice. Want to see more, like, subscribe, you know the drill.